Each week we listen to an album, here's a remind. Just know it's gonna take about 3 hours of your time to hear us complain or praise each other's taste. But no matter what, at the end of the day, we're just best friends who love different music. We are earbuds, earbuds, earbuds. This is Earbuds.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Earbuds. If you're watching this on YouTube, first of all, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe and comment down below. Tell us everything you're thinking about. We want to know, we really do. Good or bad, good or bad. And if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, but you think that's your only option, no. Find us on all podcast platforms and follow us there. You can download the audio-only episodes and listen to them on your way to freaking work, baby.
Oh my God! This is Earbuds.
Bonus.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. I love when we play that pre-recorded jingle. That's what those are called, right?
Yeah. But I guess for this one, we should have created one that said like, Bayside bonus.
Yeah, but there's no way to do that.
The onus is on us to lure you in and give you a great episode of Earbuds, and that's exactly what we're going to do today, sir.
But leave a trail of crumbs behind you in case you try to eat your little ass. So this is, of course, like we said, it's a bonus episode, which means the album that came before this one, that was predestined. No. The album that comes after this is predestined, right?
Yeah.
So the album that came before this one, which was just fulfilled, Destiny Fulfilled,
yes,
is not leading into this album.
No.
We're just sneaking this bad boy in here because we've covered Bayside in the past.
Yep.
And so we're going to cover their new album because we think a lot of you little stinkers out there might like this one. Or not. I don't know. That's where you fight with us in the comments. Mm-hmm. We don't answer. We just say, sorry, we didn't see that. You know, too many comments. We're not going to fight with you.
Yep.
We're kind of pushovers that way. We're not going to get into the mud.
Yeah, no, if you comment, we'll probably say, yeah, whatever you said is right.
Yeah.
Like, we'll agree with whatever you said.
Yeah, if you're like, you rated this way too high, we're like, yeah, ha, we know. Just whatever we can do to just
make sure you're happy. We want to make sure you're happy, and buddy, I'm happy because we're here and we're doing another episode of Earbuds.
By the way, have you seen when people say, thanks for watching my video, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe, and when they say like the video, the little thumbs up thing like highlights.
Yeah.
Is that AI?
It has to be, doesn't it?
Because there's no way someone's going into the settings and saying it like at 25 seconds in, I say like button.
Right.
I think it just knows,
so. I think
right?
it probably just knows.
We could just do a video where we say like button a couple times like that.
Hit the like button.
Yeah. See how many times it does that.
We'll see.
All right. So what did we give Baysides? We talked about... what did we talk about? God dang, I wish I had done any research before coming in here, right? Well, we talked about Killing Time.
Killing Time, that's right.
2011 album. Boy, does time fly.
Do you think it's Killing Time or Killing Time?
I don't think it's Killing Time. Well...
It's Killing Time!
But you know these writers, the way these guys write their lyrics, sometimes it can mean more than one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Who was that?
It's Killing Time.
Yeah, what was that?
Negan.
Oh. Yeah. Well, whatever. You guys know.
Yep.
They're doing a new Walking Dead show.
Is that right?
You gonna check that out?
No.
So we did that one, which was their, let's see, 9, 8, 7, 6th album, I'd say. I think it sounds good to me, right? You've got Sirens and Condolences, self-titled, Walking Wounded, Shudder. Ooh, Killing Time was their 5th album.
Ooh,
sorry about that, but you get the idea.
And it looks like we both gave that album a 7.5, a solid 7.5.
How'd you do that?
I just looked it up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I should use that because I usually write every week. I write it in a book.
I know.
I've
seen.
So 7.5 is pretty good, I'd say, right?
Yeah.
I know that some people's not their favorite Bayside album, but it also is the one that kind of got you, if not back into them, one that made you go, I should listen to a little more of their stuff.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
What did you listen to? Did you listen to their newest album, Interrobang?
Yes. Yeah, after that I listened to the newest album, the Red and Blue EP, and then I think I went back and listened to the album. I can never remember what it's called. Their first kind of big one.
Are you talking about just their? Are you talking about Sirens and Condolences, or the one with the guy on the roof, which is the self-titled?
No.
Or Walking Wounded.
Walking Wounded.
You think that's their first big one?
Well, I don't know. To me, I think that's...
I think their self-titled was because Devotion and Desire was the
that's
big
true.
the big Victory Records single.
Well, I went back and listened to a couple of the other older albums that I had already listened to, but just to be like, I mean, from the last time we talked to them till now, that's what I've done.
And you said still slap to the older albums as well.
Still slap. They're good. There's something about Bayside. I don't know if we were fully being completely honest at the time yet, because we were still riding the high of being earbuds.
Right.
And now we're kind of jaded.
Yeah.
You're mean to me, I'm mean to you.
Yeah.
Something about his voice sometimes I don't like, but sometimes I really like it.
It's specific. Well, that's when I was listening to this one driving around town, and my girlfriend said a lot of their stuff sounds the same to me. And then she said, but, because I think she could see me gripping the steering wheel tighter. But she was like, but I don't know if that's just because I don't listen to him that much. But she's like, he has a very distinct voice.
Yeah.
So I always know when it's Bayside. Then I said, well, also half of these songs I've listened to before because they put them out like 2 years ago or whatever. So she's like, that could also be it. But they do sort of have a sound that I think this one sort of changes that. I think they're still kind of growing a little bit.
Interesting.
So you disagree.
I don't know if it's changed anything. But I'd like to
I think
hear
they're
why you
trying
think
out
that.
some new things, and maybe I'll be able to articulate them,
Yeah.
and maybe I won't be. But I thought Interrobang was great. I can't believe that was 5 years ago.
Yeah,
That was
that's
their new
kinda
album.
crazy.
That's too long ago. So, but with COVID, oh my God.
Yeah.
You got to remember.
Yeah, with COVID, most bands made more music. Most bands and artists were like, well, now I can really hunker down and write some stuff.
Yeah, so they did a acoustic album.
Yeah.
So Interrobang, I thought that at the time, though, I was like, this might be one of their best albums. Somehow they keep getting better. I don't know if it's as they mature. I am on board with them more, and I like their message, or if it's just that I'm just a plain old fan of the band, right?
And there's nothing wrong with that. As folks commented on our other Bayside review, Bayside, what a gem of a band. They're just kind of, it seems like they have this little place in music where they're like, yeah, like that's just a solid band. You kind of know what you're getting with them, but not in a bad way. Not in a like, they're doing that again. It's like, oh good, yeah, this again.
So you do think it's samey. Maybe she's right. And I kind of came around to that where I was like, yeah, but that's sort of they're falling into the Bad Religion thing for me, where it's like, yeah, they have 17 albums and I know what I'm getting, but that's the sound I want. And I want to hear their new songs.
Yeah.
Sort of doing that. I know what I'm going to get with them. If they wanted to step outside of that, that's fine with me.
I think,
But they don't.
yeah. I think it's a little samey, but like I said, I don't necessarily think that's bad, because one of my favorite bands that we haven't covered yet is Newfound Glory, and you could say they've been doing the same thing since their first album, and you'd probably
diminishing returns.
You'd probably be right, but each album, even their most recent one, I was like, maybe it's not for me anymore. But then I listened to it 5 or 6 times and I say, oh, actually, there's a lot of good stuff on here.
Well,
so it's just these little, like, I think certain bands like this that have that sort of, like, what would you call it? Is this pop punk? Would you call this?
At this
Bayside?
point, they just kind of seem like a rock band. I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing, like, they've always had the guitar solos and stuff, which just seem a little outside of they're like just like a heavier pop punk band, I guess.
Yeah.
Where they're
But then his
just,
voice is like, Yamba Jamba Jamba Juice, baby.
yeah,
He's kind of got like a musical theater voice.
yeah. But that's
But
why I've
then
always
he's got
thought
a-
it was interesting, because the
He's got a
music's heavy,
growl, and
but then he'll go, "You're in your debt. You're in your debt." But I think maybe if you're listening to it from that side, yes, it probably all sounds roughly the same. Even this one, even songs on this album. I think that's the other thing, is they just flow all into the same sound. But as a fan of someone that like listens to them and you go, but you know the nuances more.
Yeah,
So you're
of
kind of
course.
like, no, but it's like, well, step back from it a bit. You know,
Yeah.
I'm sure if you really love Jay Leno, you're like, but he's done these jokes that are sort of, but it's like from the outside,
Yeah.
I kind of get his thing, right?
Mhm.
Cars, blue jeans.
Headlines.
Yep. So
It's like people, you're not even doing anything. People are sending you funny headlines.
you're having your fans do the work for you, which God, that would be so good to get to that point where fans just send us their takes on albums.
Send in your thoughts on Bayside's album.
I don't even have to listen to this stuff, right? Tell me what you think about Ice 9 Kills. I don't need to listen to it. Send me your thoughts on them and I'll read it, right?
Look at this. It says, man falls down a well. All's well that ends well. Is that something?
Kevin's losing it.
Anyway, we'll get to it.
Anyway, so Bayside, huh?
Should we rip into it? I mean, we've done the preamble, we've done the history of.
Yes, I love them. And I think the content of what they're singing about, that has changed for me too. We talked a little bit about the last records being a lot of, let's crack into these bad boys. A lot of, relationships gone wrong sort of stuff. And now it's a little more about what's inside of me. How am I feeling, right? What mistakes have I made?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, interesting.
I think too. When last we discussed them, he had a prostitute wife. No, there was something. He was struggling with his relationship. And was divorced.
Yeah.
And what's his situation now? Do we know?
He is married for
Congratulations.
second or third time, whatever it is.
Very good.
And he has a daughter with his previous relationship. Seems like he's got a good. I don't know about these people. I'm not parasocializing anything. But he's married, I believe, happily. I don't know. We'll get into it on this album. And he's got a daughter. So that's and I think that's been set for a couple of years here.
Well, that's good for him, and we're happy for him.
We're happy for him. Don't know about the other guys. One of them
we
likes
don't care
Star
about
Wars,
those.
but
yeah, yes, of course.
So that's that, right? Do we just get into this one?
I think so.
Well,
Let's
I think what we need to set up, and then we'll get into it.
Very good.
The EPs.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the EPs
because I've seen people that are very unhappy with how this played out,
and I get it.
I don't know how much I care. I would care more if, like, some people I didn't buy them.
Yeah. Yeah, I would be mad.
Just because I understand, just anytime a band puts out 3 songs on like a record and then it's $20, I just can't. I'm not in a place in my life where that makes sense for me to do. No. Where I go, great. And then I say, well, if they ever put these EPs together and maybe they'll put 3 out and put them together or anything. Yeah. Sometimes the band will collect their, like, best of sides, their B-sides or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll grab that instead, just because that makes more sense for that price point. And God knows I streamed them enough to give them something.
Yeah, a couple nickels.
I'll go see them in concert. I'll do whatever, but to buy $20 for 3 songs plus shipping, like $30 for, I can't even do that for a full album sometimes.
Right.
It's just
sometimes it's just not. But then so say you did, so you're $60 in on the red and blue.
Yeah.
And then this album comes out and those 2 albums are both on this album.
Right.
Plus you get 6 other songs.
Yeah. And this is the same price as all those.
Yeah. So you're just kind of stupid for buying the other ones.
And so I've seen people say, well, Anthony said these wouldn't be somewhere else. And so I go, oh, yeah. Okay. So that's a problem. But then I watched a video with him talking about the album. And he said, if you've been following along with us, you know that we put those EPs out and we said we would be collecting them like as part of an album. So I'm just... Do I trust is it from the horse's mouth or from the idiot online that said, they said these would never be anywhere else? I don't know what the plan was because it sounds like they're all pretty cohesive to me.
It feels like an album.
But it just confuses me to even just do the EP thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because then I've heard, even as someone who hasn't bought them, I've listened to 6 songs off your new album for the last year or 2.
Yeah.
And then I've seen people that said, you know what? Some of these, because you put them out this way, I've listened to them and I've gotten to know them more than I might have if you had 11 songs on an album that I'm taking in. Like, I was able to ingest songs that I might not have paid as close attention to because you singled them out
Interesting.
on this. And then I was able to know them and get and like them, and then there's some new songs on here. And that's maybe where I'm at, that like I like those EPs.
Mm-hmm.
And so I like hearing them in sequence. I mean, it is weird when you get to a song you haven't heard and then one that I've listened to like 100 times.
Yeah.
And they're all on the same album, but I don't know. I've seen some bands do that, and then some bands just they'll put out the EP and then that's where they live forever.
Well, see, that's some artists I follow, really like, and want to support. They only do the EP thing where it's like 5 or 6 songs, like 3 different EPs, and that's your whole. Currently, that's all of your work that you have. But I can't support you by buying, like you said, I'm not going to spend $35 on a 6-song EP. But that's the only way I can support you. That sucks.
Yeah, there's a lot of punk band. There's a band I've been listening to that have 2 great songs out. It's a band called Stand Still. They had 1 EP out, and they're sort of this very underground, melodic, hardcore sort of thing. So they put out these 2 new songs. The only way to get them is to get the 2-song limited cassette tape for $10.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess I could do that, and I might. But then you had ship. It's like for 2 songs, I'm paying $20 or whatever for a cassette tape.
Yeah.
I could just stream them. I'm like, or I just wait to hope they're on the album.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. It's weird when they're bands like that. When it's like, if I went to a show, I'd pick it up.
Sure.
$10, I'll grab it from you.
Yep. No problem.
It's just when you're shipping me the stuff, put a shirt out. I'll buy the shirt.
That's because and then you want to go like, well, if it's at a record store, I'd buy it.
Right.
Like a 6-song EP for $20 at a record store.
Sure.
It's still a little expensive,
Yeah.
but I feel like I'm supporting local. I'm supporting a band. But a lot of these bands aren't going to be at a record store.
Not near us.
Not near us. So then you're feeling, anyway. But the flip side of that is, for like a band like this, or a bigger band that's had, albums like 6, 7, 8 albums, so they'll maybe throw out like these guys, but like you said, they'll never eventually collect it on a full album, just like little 3-song EPs, 2-song EPs, little singles with an extra song here and there. And I hardly ever listen to it because it's just like, well, I'm in the car, I'm going for a drive, I'm not going to pull up 2 songs and then I have to pull my freaking phone back out and drive into my neighbor's house.
It's even with records though. I don't play the 7 inches as much as, because I'm going to get all that, turn it on.
Yeah.
Go through all those, pull it out, listen to one song.
Get your little static gun and shoot it. You only have 1,000 shots in the static gun. So and I'm going to use it on a 7-inch.
On one song.
No more static. So then you can clean the hair off of it. And it actually leaves instead of just moving around on top of it.
Getting it deeper into the grooves.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
So then instead of going to do what I was going to do, which is like clean up or do something while it's playing, I'm just listening.
You just have to stand there and watch it spin around, which is cool.
It's fun to do.
Yeah.
I found the little adapter. This one needs the adapter. I forgot about that. So I got to find that thing. Got it out. Song's 2 minutes long.
Yep.
Flip it over. I mean, what am I doing?
Just kind of watching music play.
So
God, that's kind of interesting.
Watching music. So I don't know how I feel about. I thought they were going to do like 3 EPs and put them together.
Yeah.
They did then 2, the red and blue, and then put a whole album out.
It's weird. Yeah, you would think red, blue, and one other color.
I was thinking
white, green, or like red, blue, and
I was
green.
thinking black.
That'd be cool.
Because they did red, which is mean, right? If you think about how colors have meaning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Red is mad, blue is sad, and then black, you're like, that's sinister. Because these boys have a sinister feel, don't they?
They do. I mean, you'll hear it in the first song on the album. There's something a little cynical and macabre going on.
It's almost
here.
like they're singing about, I don't know, the devils.
We are the
sea shanty. They come out of the smoke.
Everybody get up!
No, he's not on stage yet.
Oh.
Now he comes out. He runs out.
Clouds in all directions.
Okay. We're 20 minutes in.
Yeah,
Whoa. Okay. What you thinking about this?
I said, as soon as this started, I said, Joey's got a pants tent. A little pirate.
This is a little sea shanty that you don't like.
A little sea shanty, spooky opening. We are
what I like
the
about
Tetons.
is
Please don't blame it on us, Modest Mouse.
I'm glad the
Blame it on the
music
Tetons.
comes in
Modest
soon.
Mouse. Yeah.
Just because you've got the little bass thing, but then you're not just listening to the little choir thing. It's just like boom, but it like you're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. It's cool. I like it actually. I was just kidding you.
Yeah.
It's a little like we were just talking about this. What is it with the sea shanty, the Viking thing? This feels like a little Viking song at the beginning.
But not as unforgivable.
No, of course
not.
not.
It can be a little corny. You've got the kids singing.
It is a little corny.
Yeah.
But I think they tend to traffic in a little bit of corniness. And I don't mind it.
What kind of music is this? Rock? I for some reason in my head, I don't know if it's the visual. I kind of put them in the like Alkaline Trio camp, even though they don't sound the same at all.
I think
but just that sort of like I'm thinking of skulls. They're kind of singing about death. Just
I'm thinking of skulls.
We're doing an ESP test if you're watching the video. He's holding up something for me to look at. But they kind of fit in that vibe of kind of spooky rock music almost. But they're not. It's like pop punk beep beep beep.
I don't find it spooky at all.
There's just something a little sinister in the way they play those. They're tight though, right?
Yeah.
God, these guys.
Oh, God.
They play together like they've been playing for the.
It's a great opening.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I almost would say, get the freaking choir out of here and just open it with the music.
Yeah, I don't care about the choir. I got to be honest. I know you're making fun of me, so I played into it. It's fine like halfway through if you bring it in.
If he's on vacation as I wait to be taken, then nothing really matters now. So what am I so worried about? That's cool. Some of these,
but you can keep it in the bridge for me.
Keep it in the bridge. Leave it in the bridge.
I like the opening where it's just like the instruments coming in and it feels like a live show.
I think it would be cool. I wonder if can you take out the vocals like you do sometimes?
Let's see. Let's see if we can.
This is fun. We haven't done this in a while.
Let's try this. Ready?
Yep.
It's kind of. It's taken out some of the atmosphere, but you get just that.
This is cooler.
Because then you get the focus on this, which is what I like. Those drums sound great. backstage.
He's not out yet.
He's not out yet. Oh. And it's
That's
just
almost cooler.
cool, right?
Damn, that's awesome. That's a good. It's a good track one,
I think so.
with or without the chorus. It's a good intro to the album, I'd say.
I'm trying to understand the shame in the box it came in. Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, this good tight opening song. I don't
think-
have much to say about this. I just listened to it.
Yeah, I think this is. I think this is what I kind of said on the other one too, where some of his lyrics are like, "That's awesome," and then some of them are like, "That's lame." Like within the same verse, within the same two lines at sometimes. And that's fine. I mean, that's a lot of the bands I like are also lame.
And also 9 albums in of like I got to write another song
yeah,
about
you're
how-
running out of stuff.
Yeah.
But that being said, I like this.
I go to pieces every time anybody needs me. I'm trying to understand. So I think it's setting up the feeling of the album, right?
Absolutely.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, what's your favorite movie?
You've Got Mail. Or wait, Castaway.
Oh, okay.
If I could have a moment of peace, then that'd be great. Without the pressures of the world screaming in my face, I'm homeward bound. Well, that's if only I could find my way. And don't make a sound. Don't wanna give away my hiding place. 'Cause I'm a friendly castaway. I pray the winds will guide my way. The gods are fools to believe in me. 'Cause I'm a friendly castaway.
Whoa. I wasn't looking over there. Let's bop around, yeah? Let's bop around. Here comes little Jack. Here comes little Anthony.
Little Anthony.
I say by this song on the album, the second one,
Yeah.
it's just flying. The pace of the first song, just like, and then
know.
it just flies right into the second one. It's like, I was just like, ah.
Yeah. I think this, as much as I agree, and I'm like, hell yeah, we're ripping, we're kicking. These songs to me do sound very similar.
Yeah, that's when I was like, that's why I said, you are right though, just because these two on the album, they have the same structure.
Yeah.
Where without the intro of the first one,
Yeah.
they go straight into the straight into the chorus super quick, and it kind of has the same tempo to it.
Same, yeah, and kind of like a same like hooky guitar, and I don't know. I feel like even the melody of the chorus sounds similar, but at this point, I mean, there's only 8 stories you can tell. There's only 8 different ways you can sing a song.
Right.
So,
I mean, because he says, "'Cause I'm a friendly castaway."
Yeah.
The first song is "'Cause I'm trying to understand." Like they
Yeah.
both start the same.
Yeah. They just sound.
So, and I think there's probably a sequencing thing that's purposeful because they sound the same.
You think that? Yeah, I would put them farther apart.
But then I feel like I would think they're trying to trick me, and I'd be pissed off.
Yeah,
Like you're trying to remind, like if they're together, I can kind of see it as a purposeful union of two halves that make a whole.
Yeah, maybe.
Because if you're listening to these over and over again, no one's in there saying these are kind of the same.
And was it Castaway?
Yeah,
was on one of the EPs, right?
I believe it was on the second one, the Blue EP.
Yeah, but the Devils is a new track.
Devils is new. We ain't heard that bopper yet.
So I don't know if
It wasn't on the Blue EP. I'm an idiot. Nope, it wasn't on the red one either.
Oh,
where the hell did I hear this?
Maybe
it
they
was a
just
single.
Yeah, they released it early.
It had to be
that because I knew I heard this before the album.
Let's go with that.
Okay, it must have been a single. So, well, never mind then. I mean, I like it. I
like them, but like you're saying, I mean, I kind of listen to the first two songs almost as one song.
Yeah.
Because they're so similar. Mm-hmm. And you go, well, they could play either of these live and I'd be happy.
Yeah. And I wouldn't miss a beat because they're the same. No, they're not the exact same.
It's just because the chorus starts with the same words.
Because
I'm trying to understand. And he says, because I'm a friendly castaway. It's like, cause what? How about because?
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Add a little B to your life, boy. Do you want him to mention Casper in this song, the friendly ghost? Because it seems like maybe there's a way to mention I'm a friendly castaway, Casper, friendly ghost.
I'm a friendly castaway. I pray for Casper to come my way. Yeah. I think I do want him to mention Casper, the friendly ghost, in this song.
You know what else is crazy? They use the sea shanty bit on the song about the devils when Castaway is a song about being cast away.
Yeah.
Castaway.
Now there's an album that has two songs that sound exactly the same right next to each other.
And we love them.
I do.
If you're listening to this, little Anthony,
don't you worry.
But just everything is ripping.
Yes. No, it rips.
It's like they sound like
it rips.
Like when I talk about Bad Religion, which I try not to do that much, but when they get to their 9th album, that's sort of where people were like, uh-oh. And then it wasn't until after that when they figured out we got to bring Brett back in. There was a little bit of like, you're that far in, and it just seems like that's when people go, okay, they're sort of doing their thing.
No, I mean, to my mind, these guys...
It's like, who'd they sell their soul to make an album so ripping? It's almost as if they're singing the first song. Landon's pointing at his phone like that's where the music lives.
No, in my mind, these guys that live here in my phone...
mind, that's your phone, brother.
In my mind, which basically is nowadays, I get all my thoughts from here, a little square in my pocket.
We have a supercomputer in our pocket.
So...
My math teacher told me I would never have a calculator with me at all times. Turns out I have something even better. I think these guys, to me, they feel like they haven't missed a beat.
These guys.
To me, it seems like they've amped it up. They've said, look, we're 45.
Why not rip harder?
Why not? If you're going to put an album out, why not rip harder? It's like they've gotten this, they get in the pocket, right? Together. And he's like, I love you guys.
Yeah.
And they're like, we love you, Stews. In my eyes, I'm almost humans.
Little Tony, you come to me with this song.
Oh my God.
No, I like both these songs.
I like both of these songs. And to you, my friend, go to hell. Whoa.
falling down, bad shit sort of way. Mistakes were made, and they'll be made again. I feel no shame, so why am I sad every single day? What needs to change? Can I be changed again? Where do wishes go when they're tossed in a well? Are they screaming for help? I think that I should finally go fish them all out, claim them all for ourselves. Let's not do the best laid plans made, we all go to hell. Oh, old friend, you're a sight to see. Do you remember when we could have been anything at all? Now looking back, the wasted years were the best we'd ever have, and knowing that I wouldn't change a thing.
Right back into it. God.
This, when I heard the dung dung ding, chicka chicka, that intro guitar, I said this one's gonna be freaking awesome.
This is one of my favorites on the album.
Yup.
And I know we've heard it on the EPs, but here's what I say that. I'm not saying listen to the lyrics, I'm just saying it sounds cool.
Yeah.
All their bridges are cool. Am I allowed to say that? It's got a great sound, huh? What do you want me to say?
Great. This is after those first two songs where they are maybe a little samey. This one feels like just a balm of freshness.
Yeah. That's what it's just inspired. How you do for 20 years you've done this and you didn't think about this? Here's a good idea. This song. You didn't think about this?
Try this one on.
You didn't think about that? Oh God.
We haven't even talked about any lyrics really at all. And
No.
I don't even care to be honest.
I hate all of them. This one has some verse 2 is great. Do you remember when we could have been anything at all? Now looking back, the wasted years are the best we'd ever have. And knowing that, I wouldn't change a thing. And weren't we just talking about that earlier, how we wasted so much of our youth?
Yep.
God.
I would change quite a bit.
That must be nice to...
When you're kind of living your dream, where your main thrust in life is to make music with your friends, probably it is easy to look back and say, yeah, I wouldn't change a thing.
No, it was all worth it.
There were some hard parts, but I do make a living doing exactly what I want to do.
It got me to here.
Yeah.
I can't look at that as wasting time.
Yeah. But for people like us who are maybe creatively and emotionally not.
Yeah, I'm about to start doing those
Healthy.
TikTok videos where I just eat the food people send, or like, you know what I mean, where it's just virtual food where I'm like, nom, nom. Thank you for the bread, Aaron. Thank you for the bread, Aaron. Nom. Thank you for the tip, JT. Thank you for the tip, JT. And then you say like just the tip, and people lose their minds.
Yeah.
Just because it's simple stuff that this gets these Neanderthals to
Neanderthals.
Sorry. So.
Yep, I agree.
And this chorus.
Where do wishes go?
I mean, they're tossing a well. It's just fun.
I just love the vibe of this song.
I
And
know.
there's the dynamics. Everyone falls out. That guitar tone is just so... It's nostalgic in a way. And I don't even have a feeling or a memory to pin it to, but it just feels like I've heard this before, and I love it. You know what I mean?
Cameron Webb produced this
Hey,
album.
do you know what I mean?
No.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
It's
Cameron
just-
Webb, producer.
And when it goes back to the verse, and it's just that ding 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 chicka chicka, and then the drums come back in, but it's and then the little claps, and you get that little the little rattler.
Yeah.
There's little production beats in this that are cool and different that we didn't get on the other 2 songs. That had cool stuff too, but there's just this song has some.
Well. Look at what else this guy's produced.
Okay.
Alkaline Trio. Is this thing cursed? Alkaline Trio, Damnesia, Alkaline Trio, Matt Skiba. A lot of Motorhead. This guy's scary. Silverstein and other Victory Records. So he knows what he's. I think I just like the guy.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Trapped.
I trust him. Where do you wish it? This has been stuck in my head.
Yeah. It just sounds great.
I guess this was on one of the EPs. I must not have listened to that one as much.
This was, I believe, the Red EP.
Maybe I listened to Blue more. I blew myself more. But
just the tip.
So I guess maybe that's why it felt nostalgic, like I had heard it before. I did.
So the singles were Castaway, then The Devils, then Miracle. And that's when I said, hey, I've already heard the whole album. Why don't you slow down?
Yeah.
Nope, it wasn't on the red one. It was on the blue one. So neither of us really know what we're talking about.
Okay, well, maybe I listened. Whatever one.
Blue EP was Go to Hell, How to Ruin Everything, and Bad Intentions.
Okay.
Red was Strangest Faces, Good Advice, and Just Like Home. Which did you listen to more?
I guess I listened to Blue more. It's been a while.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
So I guess I had heard Go to Hell before.
Yeah.
But it just felt so fresh.
It still feels fresh to me.
In this sequencing too, of like the first 2 songs are kind of like I like them, but they're similar, and then this feels like a breath of fresh air.
It's just a masterclass in how to write a catchy chorus.
Absolutely.
To get there, do that, and this is a masterclass in how to not do a podcast.
Absolutely.
This is a masterclass in how to ruin everything. Patience. Oh, this is sinister.
Don't be alarmed.
I'm a little scared.
Just pay attention.
Hey. Hey. Get off me.
Hey, who's your friend?
Around here no more.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
And they have these heavier guitar parts that are so cool. They're so damn good.
That's what I mean.
And see, this is what I mean when like Every Time I Die is like guitar riff based metal. But it's
Here
like
we go again.
no,
Check this
it's-
out, though. They love the gang vocals, don't they? Good gang.
Yeah, and it just works.
That's all out. So you were saying,
And the drummer's doing all of his.
he's doing the most.
He's using that the bell of his ride like a goddamn champion.
Yeah.
On the little offbeats.
Yeah, that's little Chris for you. Then Every Time I Die, riff based.
I just
But you like this more.
well, of course,
Yeah.
but the guitar riffs on this album, I don't even know how it stacks up to the rest of Bayside's oeuvre. I don't know where I'm at with that right now. I wonder where you are, but
This album as a whole.
yeah, just in there
Yeah, in their oeuvre.
We'll get to that at the end probably. But I just like, God, I like a guitar part that's also catchy. Like I could get a guitar part stuck in my head. It's happened before. With Descendants, I was getting, before I even learned the words, I was getting those songs stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Because of the guitar part. And these are like that for me, some of them. Some of them aren't as good, but also, like you said, you're 9 albums in. It's hard to come up with a good guitar part. But they do it.
But they are good.
Yeah. I just mean they can't all be like the best guitar part, obviously.
Right, but it does go back to kind of the Newfound Glory thing of how do you write a catchy chorus that's going to get stuck in someone's head as if it's a single, but do that 10 times on an album.
Yeah.
And have them seem new every time.
Yeah.
It's daunting.
Yeah.
And some bands they get that. I think this is one that does it, and I love the guitar. I love their guitar player. I think Jack is the lead guitar player. Anthony's probably rhythm, just because he's also singing. What do you want him to do?
Yeah, he's just going to kind of...
He can't be twanging on them strings intricately. But I just think he's a great guitar player. And yes, these are more of a catchy... The other ones I think are just heavy riff based. It's a lot of downstroke, downbeat. I mean, but I like that stuff from those bands. So
I know.
We'll get back into it with those bands.
Of course. This is just a bonus episode.
But this is more catchy. I understand why you like this more.
Yeah, of course.
But I love, because
I feel like if you could put a guy screaming over this, and I would still like it better.
I'll try to do that.
Could you do that?
I don't want to, but
You could, though.
don't touch me.
I know you could. You're talented.
Stop. I've got. It's been just a hard week for me, and
Holy Lord!
God.
Where do you like this song on the album?
I like it. I don't really understand the featured part.
The little guy.
The little guy, just because
Where's he from?
he's from Ice Nine Kills.
Oh,
Don't you know? I believe, right?
I didn't-
The stupidest guy alive.
I didn't look it up. I just said, "Hey, that's someone else singing now."
Why doesn't it have it on here? Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's Ice Nine Kills.
Yep. It's How to Ruin Everything is a sequel
Whoa.
to How to Fix Everything from Silence and Condolences. That's fun.
God, wouldn't it be a prequel?
Yeah. Lead vocalist of Ice Nine Kills, Spencer Charnas, features on this track.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, doesn't it just seem like something he could have done?
Anthony?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I get some, like, hey, my buddy wants to...
So I get it. I don't have any, it's only like one part that they're not singing together. And
Yeah.
they're not
It's
harmonizing in any way that I'm hearing two different parts.
Yeah.
They're kind of singing the same thing, and then he goes,
And I don't know it's all my fault.
And his voice kind of sounds similar. Like, it's not different enough to
Yeah.
where you're like, oh, shit, they got Bruce Springsteen on this?
yeah. And I know now it's not my fault.
Or, you know, someone.
Yeah. Little Stevie. That's actually,
That might be cooler with Bruce
yeah.
on it.
See, I don't pass go. I don't collect nothing like Monopoly. He's singing it in the
Yeah.
song. What do you think about that? Do you like that they're talking about Monopoly? I don't collect nothing.
What? I actually love the chorus, except for when he says no more.
Yeah.
And then I don't
He says, I don't collect nothing, and he says, around here no more.
Yeah, it's like, what's happened to you?
I think it's what fits.
Exactly, and you know that pisses me off.
You don't want me around here anymore. You want that?
It would work.
You want him
better.
to say, you see, I'd never pass go. I don't collect anything. Can't get ahead. Always looking for something.
I think it's
Ugh.
just his voice is interesting where he has really great diction on everything.
Mm.
So it sounds weird when he's doing it's kind of like the colloquial thing of like you don't want me around here no more.
Right.
Where like someone like,
because like you said, he speaks so clearly, and like
Yeah.
all his lyrics are super discernible.
yeah. So then when it's like kind of like a, someone I can't think of who, well, like Bruce Springsteen or something, where part of their thing is like they don't use a full sentence, or they kind of speak stupid.
It's a character.
It's a character kind of. So,
But is it because it's the old Yeller thing of go on, get with an I don't want you no more?
yeah.
So he's sort of doing the, you're using American. It's an Americana phrase we use constantly to one another.
When you say you don't want me around here no more.
And I know that's the least I can do. When I'm lying awake, I will count my mistakes. Let the sheep take a break. I could do with a little patience. That's clever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not sure about that, but sometimes it's what fits the song, but that makes Landon mad.
I think it's more so that than the country Americana thing.
And maybe Anthony will listen to this and he'll like it. Or maybe he won't like it, but maybe he might think it's good advice. Jesus. Oh.
Put down your pencils, time is up, and pass your papers to the front. You hear that bell? It means you're dead. Guess what? Your life was just a test. How'd you think you did? You listened to the right people who showed you how to live. You barrel faster towards the end. Keep smiling, dying like you lived. Guess the bastards finally got you. Guess it's one of those days.
I guess.
Say goodnight. Not a step out of time. Big surprise. Why's good advice so hard to come by? Close your eyes. Walk among us one more time. Curse the sky. Why's good advice so hard to come by? You start thinking, hey, I
Just
know
drums and
this
bass,
place.
baby.
Same awful look, same sour taste. It's a good deal south of outer space, just
Surprise.
north of hell, straight on till days. Here we go again. The type of one you buy, I'll give you another chance. I guess you best be moving on, act fast before they know you're gone. Guess the bastards finally got you.
God, I'm going to listen to the whole thing if I don't just stop it right here,
I
right?
guess the bastards finally got you.
I guess it's one of those days. I know.
We've all had one of those days where the bastards finally got you.
Yeah.
We've all been there. What do you think of this song? Go.
Another great song on the album. When this was on the EP, I said, oh, baby, they're slanging them out.
Yeah.
Do I have issues with it? Of course. We're bad people. We find the bad in everything. I love all the lyrics. I think it's kind of corny that it's like a test.
It's the corniest shit I ever heard.
Put down your pencils, time is up, and pass your papers to the front. You hear that bell, it means you're dead. Guess what? Your life is just a test. Do I get
Surprise.
the goosebumps you get when you're
If one of my bands did that whole thing and then someone whispered, surprise,
and it's the singer, so
you would shut the show down.
they had him come back in and go, surprise.
You'd be done. You'd walk out of here.
I don't need that. You know?
Yeah.
I don't need the surprise. I get embarrassed for you. When that's in the song, I get embarrassed for people I'm listening to it with.
Anyway, go ahead.
Usually in a clown car. But it just flows. It's just like,
Yeah.
it keeps going. It's a story and it keeps going. And then when it comes back in, it's the same pace of like, I know this place, same awful look, same sour taste. It's a good deal south of outer space, just north of hell, straight on till day. Like just up. Kind of like how I talk.
Yeah.
Like, here we go again. The type of one you fell, give you a double chance.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I must be moving on.
I mean, luckily, they write good songs.
Now, may I guess the Bastards Finally Got You? I guess it's one of those days. Let's say, looks like the Bastards finally got you. So you don't have to say guess twice. If I'm going to nitpick here,
Well,
looks like the Bastards finally got you. I guess it's one of those days. I just don't like, guess the Bastards finally got you. Guess it's one of those days.
sure.
It just seems like a filler, like to
Yeah.
get it in there. I guess it's...
What do you think? Because I know sometimes you have an issue with taking a one syllable word and spreading it out, sort of smearing it over a bunch. That's what I was kind of
On you?
Yeah. On
Got you. No, I like this band too much to be mad. But if it's a band you bring in, I'll be sure to be mad about it. I don't mind the concept of singing. It's just when it is filling a space,
like it is here.
but it's not really, because it's just that's where it ends. Like, finally got you. Is that taking up space? It's just the end of that line, and he's singing it, right? Maybe I'm contradicting myself.
I don't know. I don't really care because I think it sounds cool.
So do I.
So I guess it
I
passes.
think he's
our
just
tests.
singing that. Maybe my issue is when it's filling a space between words, where it's like, well, they didn't have a word to fit this space in that sentence.
Yeah, that might be true.
And that's when it gets on my nerves. Say goodnight. I'm out of stepping out of time. Big surprise. Always good advice. So hard to come by. Another good chorus coming out of the gate. And yes, they are making references to punk albums. Not sure what that has to do with the song, but we'll take it. But we'll take it. Did
a typo on your file give you another chance? I guess you best be moving on. Act fast before they know you're gone. What does that mean to you?
Did a typo on your file? Here we go again. Did a typo on your file give you another chance? I guess you best be moving on. I think. Okay, here we go. This is what I think.
Okay.
So you've died, right? Your life was just a test. Surprise.
Right? Of course.
So this is talking about, I know this place, same awful look, same sour taste. It's a good deal south of outer space, just north of hell, straight on till day, which means you found yourself back on Earth.
Yes.
And it's saying something must have happened after you died that they said it was worth giving you another chance. So you better go do it before they find out.
Yeah.
They might catch you that you're back on Earth. You didn't deserve it.
Yeah.
Right? You failed your test because you were a naughty boy. But now you've been, for some reason...
It was a typo.
Was it God or was it a typo? Was St. Peter not doing his job, right? So you've gotten another chance.
Yeah.
Then I guess the Bastards finally got you. I don't know.
Yeah. I just, maybe I don't quite... I mean, I like the song. I think it's kind of cool. It's just, it might be a little too cheesy for me.
Yeah, you don't like that it's a test? No.
I just, like, it doesn't...
I like how it flows. It's like... I like the song. Yeah.
Musically, I love the song. It's
Is that why I give it such a pass on that your life was a test? How'd you think you did? Did you listen to the right people who showed you how to live? As you barrel faster towards the end, keep smiling and dying like you live. Well, I guess that's that, huh? I mean, I have nothing else to say.
Yeah. No, it's good.
It's an interesting, popular song, like you said. I find the lyrics interesting because it is kind of a ballsy thing to do, I guess, to say that stuff and make me think you're serious. It's kind of a miracle.
Yeah.
Turn that up.
Woo! Ow!
Yeah! Play the Frasier theme. Oh.
just wanna let my hair down. I don't think that you understand now.
Guy's got short hair.
Yeah. I did wonder about that.
You know what I think it is? I was thinking about
let your hair down.
good advice while we listen to this.
Like an inch. Yeah.
I think it's because it was on the EP where I kind of give a little more like, well, they're doing something weird. You know, like the EP is sort of where you say, this doesn't fit an album. Here's a song. Here's a crazy idea we had.
Yeah.
What if I said surprise? It's one of those, but now I forget that it's on the album. And it's,
hey, you don't have to justify anything.
I'm not justifying anything. I just go, it is weird. But is it because it was the EP? So it's like, well, they got a couple, you know?
Yeah.
Because does it fit on this album as an album? I don't know.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It just seems like one of the more different songs out of everything.
Lyrically.
Yeah. But of course,
Musically,
we're not talking
it
about that
fits
song.
Right in. No. Now we're talking about Miracle.
This was one it was a new song.
Mm-hmm. And I think it might be one of my favos.
Whoa.
I just kind of like the sound of it, man.
It's heavy. That was catchy.
I like the chorus, too. I'm already in so deep and I've got to get off my knees. Will I waste my life trying to get by when a miracle is what I need? It's just one of those. It's in the classic tradition of, like, just being a loser punk. I can't do nothing right.
Will I waste my life trying to get by when a miracle is what I need? What I need is a miracle. And it's like...
I like the bridge. Can we hear a little of the bridge on this song? Because you said earlier they don't write a bad bridge. I think this is one of the better bridges on the album. Because I agree with you. All their bridges are cool. I love this bridge.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, me too. How you guys doing?
Then this. Yes. Oh, they should do that like 8 times.
Yeah. Well, maybe when we reviewed their live show.
And then they go into that Paramore song. That's what you get when you let. Everyone's like, okay, I got
It was just the bass.
Yeah.
Okay, God.
That's a good bridge. What do you think of this
sucks.
song?
Everything sucks. I don't want to push it away. I like to hear myself complain. It's my favorite part of the day. Ain't that true?
Yeah.
As you go, God, that sucked, but I can't wait to tell someone how much that sucked.
Yeah, we did it for 2 hours before we started this. I like this one a lot.
We's be liking that song, mate.
I don't have too much else to say. What about you?
No, it's a top for me.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So,
I was watching this guy Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Have you ever heard? Well, he went by James Carrey for a while.
The Canadian stand-up?
Yeah, and he was doing.
That was a while ago.
Yeah, and he would do the Strangest Faces.
I have seen the strangest faces,
Hello?
yellow teeth and scary eyes. It turns out they've been there all my life.
What are you talking about?
Check this out.
that up a little on your end.
I have seen the strangest faces, yellow teeth and scary eyes. It turns out they've been there all my life. It's hard to find a friendly face when you've got nothing
Friendly face?
left to say.
Hey,
Looks like
nothing violent.
rising high as hell. A clean escape, is that what you're offering? Well, I'll fuck it up,
Hey.
'cause that's what I do.
ain't that the truth? How we doing?
We part as lovers and die as friends. It's a $1 million view to drown in the ocean with you. I have seen the strangest faces, yellow teeth and scary eyes.
They're taking me out to the bricks, and I will be walking the plank.
Grew up on a pirate ship where everyone has no dental hygiene. Go to Walmart, see ugly people. That's where I grew up.
What? God, that is so crazy. Only a twisted mind like yours
It turns
could come
out
up with something.
they've been there all my life. This guy didn't realize there's strange faces all around him the whole time.
Yellow teeth and scary eyes. Turns out, yeah.
This guy grew up in Iowa.
Well, it's hard to find a friendly face when you've got nothing left to sell. Looks like heaven. Hey, why is it hot as hell? Clean escape. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. What you think about this? Another weirdo from the EP is what I called this one.
Yeah,
Another weirdo beardo on the EP.
I remember, I think this is why I didn't listen to this EP. This was on the red one, didn't we decide?
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah, and then I'll look it up in the time. But that was the first one that came out, and I believe it was.
I don't really mess around with this song too much.
Okay. Mr. Cool. Yes, it was the first song on the Red EP.
Yeah.
And then Good Advice, which we just talked about, you don't like. And
Yeah.
then Just Like Home, which is also kind of weird. Not as weird, and we'll get there.
It's
but
not that I didn't like Good Advice. It's just a little
the lyrics are a little cheesy for you.
cheesy for me. Musically, I like it. This one, I'm not a huge fan lyrically, and I'm not a huge fan musically. Like I'll bop around to it.
Is it a
It's
sea
fun.
shanty thing to you again?
A little bit, but I think more so it's just the.
I like how it sounds. Whatever that thing is you don't like about that, I like.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking about pirates or Vikings. I'm not one of those. I don't have these coconut bras just hanging up for people. When girls come over, I'm like, hey, you should put that on as a joke.
I think.
It'd be funny if you put that on, two little coconuts, or for you, maybe big coconuts. You know, I'm going through my closet is just filled with coconut bras. She's kind of backing up towards the door.
Yeah.
I'm Pepe Le Pewing her though, because when she turns around, I'm already outside behind her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, traise brown. You know?
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Now they are filled with milk again. Just stuff like that. It's
That's
just
sick.
so sick. And to even
Cool though.
Yeah.
Like sick, cool.
Yeah. Like the movie Brink. So I've seen the strangest faces, yellow teeth, and scary eyes. It turns out they've been there all my life. That's crazy.
I just don't even necessarily know what we're doing here.
I think it's just simply about you realize everyone's a monster.
Yeah.
When you don't have anything left to give them, they're not your friend anymore.
Yeah.
You know? I'm starting to see the point they make. And if the good part ever starts, I hope I'm still awake. I'm starting to see the point they make. Yeah. I can't really stand up for the song against you.
I don't need
You're
you
just
to.
this hulking man that's threatening me.
I think if there were one that I would cut from the album, it would be this. That's all I'm saying. I don't dislike the song. It's just it's my
maybe.
least favorite on the album. That's all I'm saying. And now you say whatever you want. I won't judge you at all.
Kind of catchy.
It is.
Would I cut it from the album? I don't know if I'd cut any of these from the album. I don't dislike any of them that much to say.
You don't need to cut any from the album.
But you could do without this one being there.
This is just one that I would and will skip in the future.
I think I agree with you just because it's the first one on the EP that came out 2 years ago. So I've heard it a lot. It's sort of the Blink-182 edging thing where it's like, to me, this feels like a single you put out that doesn't need to be then song 8 or whatever on the album like 2 years later. It just doesn't make much sense. Simple. If they play it live, would I be bopping? Maybe. I'd look like Oliver Tree in the audience. That's a visual joke. And if you're watching the YouTube video, you also can't see it. So, sounds like if you had your druthers with this album and they were letting you pick what's on the album, for Strangest Faces, you would say So Long.
Oh, baby. Slow down. Go faster.
Hot as hell.
Yeah, we heard you last time.
I said, do I owe this paper cut? And now everything is upside down.
Stranger Things. Yeah. I've been thinking about ending it.
What?
This is the world I grew up in.
Millie Bobby Brown.
I thought that everything was only in my head. I'll go sing a song or something. I'll sing a song or something. Let me tell you one thing. Nothing could be less important. We're all gonna die, so say so long. Well, it's all a bit dramatic now, but I always tend to write things down. But I'm scared, and so what? It served me well because I'm who certain people listen to when they feel a bit dramatic too. In certain circles, there's a few who consider me quite good.
Quite good.
Quite good.
Thought that everything was only in my head. I'll go sing a song or something. Well, I'll sing a song.
Do we like this bridge?
Know my number and my name written somewhere next to my fame. 'Cause it's all decided and that's a shame. It's like nothing matters, but I do it anyway.
Do it anyway. Yeah.
A nice gang box.
You know when we go see them live, we should be doing that in the audience to every song, mate.
Yeah.
Every song.
Yes.
These days I think about death more than I used to. Whoa!
We're all gonna die, so say so long.
This is a straight old punker.
This.
It's also where you can, like you were saying, his voice though is so singy. It's not a punk rock voice.
No.
He's not nasty on the vocals, but I like that. I like the dichotomy of the kind of the dirty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I feel, you know?
He's kind of just a little pipsqueak.
Yeah, he's like,
But then he does have that little growl. He's like, well, he's got a little bite to him.
so long.
Say so long.
We're all gonna die, so say so long. And I like when he says quite good.
Quite good.
That's awesome.
Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Where does he say that? What song am I looking
verse
at?
2, he says, it's all a bit dramatic now, but I always tend to write things down when I'm scared, and so what? It served me well, because I was certain people listen.
No. I'm what this is wrong.
Yeah.
I'm what certain people
that's what I
listen
thought.
to when
Okay.
they feel a bit dramatic too.
Yeah,
in certain circles, there's a few who consider me quite good, and it's a little self-deprecating. It's sort of it is and it's not. I'm actually pretty kind of famous to a certain group of people.
Who are a little overdramatic.
Yes, who like my band.
Yeah.
It's the
Or not overdramatic, but yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. There's some people who consider me quite good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like it too.
Quite good.
Quite good.
Quite good. That's stuck in my head now. Damn. No, my number didn't written somewhere next to my face because it's all decided, and that's a shame. It's like nothing matters, but I do. It is a shame, huh? These days I feel a little bit more about that. That's almost a little. These days I feel a little. I mean, there's so many bands this calls to mind. But we talk about Jeff Rosenstock. That little gang vocal reminds me of him.
Yeah.
Let's say I can tell you one thing: nothing could be less important. We're all gonna die, so say so long. Crazy.
Yeah.
It's dark, but it sounds
happy.
Can I say that? What is that? That's a juxtaposition of a...
Oh, what a sin. I thought that everything was only in my head. I'll go sing a song or something. Let me tell you one thing. Nothing can be less important. We're all going to die. So I love that chorus. I love this song. This is one of my... After Strangest Faces, and then this comes on, I said, yes. Yes.
I heard you said we're back, baby.
Yeah.
Didn't I hear that?
I think so.
So cool.
Yeah.
Now
I like
let
it.
me, I mean, gosh. But I would think that if they played this live, you wouldn't have bad intentions.
No. This feels like I'm standing on the edge of the earth.
What?
Unsure of my footing at first.
Stand on the edge of the earth.
The fuck?
Unsure if my foot will burst. I'll wait for a breeze to send me down. I can't pretend I wasn't hoping just a bit to get blown off this tower of broken dreams stacked up like bricks. What desperate minds do in desperate times. They make it worse most every time. Somebody
Stop me!
'Cause I've got bad intentions. Too many to mention. Too many to mention. I'm too slimes to mention. Baby, I'd be a peasant if I was paying attention.
Yeah, dude.
What the hell's going on over there?
Home. I start to see everybody I know.
Everybody you know.
I think I should finally get myself up off the ground. In time I'll have this whole thing figured out. Maybe I can finally make a move towards better days. Maybe this time things will finally change. But selfish minds do what they like. Somebody stop me.
Oh! Ooh!
Unleash your inner mask.
They had their little punk song, and then they go into someone you talked about before. They go into Bad Intentions, parentheses, The Mask. Somebody stop me. Hey, if they don't put out a shirt, let's make a shirt.
Okay.
Earbuds, Bayside.
Uh-huh.
The picture of The Mask. And under that, it says, somebody stop me. Can anyone hear what I just said?
You got to get right up on the mic. You got to.
It's just one of those things. I'll learn someday. Pretty heavy. I'd say this is a very also poppy song. This is sort of one of these.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of bands in this space that as they've put out more albums, they've sort of leaned more into this style where it's like heavy pop, sort of. I don't know. Sometimes I add a little more synth stuff. This is still just a rock song, but there's a certain sound to this that's different than some of the other stuff they do.
Really?
I think so. Like when it goes into the chorus, Maybe it's the like lyrically, I've got bad intentions.
Yeah.
What song? There's like it's a Silverstein song. One of their new songs is called Bad Habit or something. It just falls into that for me.
Yeah.
But it's like tight. It's loud. They know how to write a chorus.
Yeah.
What do you want from me?
Baby, I'd be a peasant if I was paid in attention is just such an incredible line. You deserve the world, buddy. It's such a clever little. I love that. Did he come up with that?
I mean, it's hard to say because before that he does rhyme mention with mention.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing with him.
But you get yourself back. Baby, I'd be paid.
I don't know.
Baby, I'd be a peasant if I was paid attention. He had to come up with that. I believe in my heart of hearts.
I think so too. I think he's a smart guy. I think he's a good lyricist. Like 60% of the
He's a
time.
smart guy.
60% of the time.
Jesus. 60%.
Like less than half of the songs are
Somebody stop me.
corny as hell.
Less than half, but you're still going 60%. You think there's like 4 or 5 cornos on here. I'm going holy old chippy.
Like in a given song, like I'll give you 65% is good. And
I don't like them odds. I'd say 80%. If I had to average out per song, I'd say you've got hundreds, and then you've got maybe, at the low end 40s where you go, whoa.
as far as corniness,
But do I even feel that about any of these? What's the corniest one on here? Maybe Good Advice.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'd say that's a 50-60%er. I'm looking at 80 average on my end. But we are different people.
no, you're probably right.
And so that's where that stands, is that I'm right. Yeah, this one's
I like this song.
cool. I think something about it, there's a different vibe to it. Maybe it's a little heavier or something. And coming off the last one. But that's just me.
Yeah, I'm not hearing anything different, really.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, it feels very much in line with everything else we've been listening to.
Yeah. I'll have to think about it.
It doesn't seem like it's anything different.
Yeah. If I felt that way, I'd let you know. But I don't feel that way. And because I feel out of place and like I'm not supposed to be here, I feel excuse me, even my words are stupid. This feels just like home.
Because you feel out of place?
Song 10 on Bayside's.
That's sad for your home.
Check this out. Check out this pedal.
Turn that shit. There it is.
Bad ideas are ripe for the picking. You've got a rash from the wounds you've been licking. Your armor's torn, so you wear a frown on the bathroom floor where you're safe and sound. And it feels just like home when you sink like a stone, but you breathe just for show. And they wish you could look on your trip, but little do they know that you smile and you wave with an anchor still tied to your toes. The time's never right, 'cause the clock won't quit ticking. You've got a scar from the scab you keep picking. Your mask slips off when you hit the bar. Now the
See?
monsters
His mask.
know who you really
Somebody stop me.
are.
And it turns out the monsters. What is that? What is that? You hear that?
No.
When that happens in the song?
Play it again.
Check this out. At the end of when him say this. Oh my gosh, where is it? Okay, and it feels just like home.
And it
just like home when you sink like a stone, but you breathe just for show, and they wish.
Is it a little like a little synth patch?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what that is, huh?
But they don't really traffic in much synth.
That's what I mean. You think they set up a pad just for that?
It'd be kind of weird, huh? They probably just had someone do that.
Yeah, it's probably him.
Yeah.
I can't hit. He's one of those guys that as they get older,
They can.
it's like William, Mr. Key from Mr. William Key from
Yes.
Yellow Card.
Yeah.
His voice has gotten, his register is higher now.
Yeah,
Billy Joe Armstrong, his register is higher now.
yeah.
Somehow, Newfound Glory still hitting that, right? I mean, he's kind of still up there.
He's still hitting them. Yeah.
He's getting higher. This guy's getting higher. If you listen to their older stuff, I mean, what is that?
Yeah. What is that?
What is that?
It's as your testosterone leaves your body, you can sing higher.
I used to be so tough when I was a holy fool, but now I know too much, and something's missing, and it feels just like home.
What you think about this one?
This is a great song. This is a great song.
This is a great song.
It's a sorry, not a happy one. It's a good one to close the album out on, I feel like.
Yeah, it is. Would be.
Would be.
God, if it ended on that song, well, what are you going to say about it? Pretty good, right?
I really like that song. I don't have too much to.
All good. Well, if it ended on that song, I would. I'm so happy I could die.
I'm so happy I could die.
Hey, you just said that.
Who are you?
Take a look at my perfect life, my perfect job, my perfect life. I'm so happy I could die. So why am I so sad I wanna cry? I'm terrified of everything, and even when everything is great, I'm so happy I could die.
I think he's playing with us a little bit. Don't touch that.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. It's been so much fun rocking out with Des Moines, Iowa.
The Five Flag season in Clive, Iowa.
Ames, you've been
I'm
beautiful.
so happy I could choke. So I hold my breath and count to 3. Maybe I'll hold it in all day. Maybe this is how I go. How much more joy can one man take? Maybe it's my destiny to overdose on dopamine and die with a smile on my face. I'll do this a little bit longer. Sometimes I do a little too much. Well, I try and I try, but I'm a mess, and that's alright.
Let's get into the chorus here. This is where it gets good.
Muncie, Indiana, you've been a dream.
Thank you to Stiegler's Bar for having us in the back room.
Give it up for our openers, Garfunkel and Oates. Why were they here?
Rest in peace, OJ.
Give it up for our 6 local openers. You wanted to kill yourself while listening to them, but it was all worth it.
And thank you to the second of those openers that had to borrow our drum set, broke the floor tom.
Cracked my ride cymbal.
I'm so happy I could die.
I love the laughter and the pain, but I
wouldn't
wouldn't
change a
change
thing.
a thing. I'm
You guys,
so
happy I could die. 3 words. Sing it for me, you guys.
I love the laughter and the pain, but I wouldn't change a thing.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
It just doesn't make sense,
You're
pal.
just such a little asshole. Oops, I didn't need to unplug that.
Holy shit.
I'm getting static. Okay. No, I did. That is, I love the laughter and the pain, but
You can't
I
unplug-
wouldn't change a thing. No, it's just, I love the laughter and the pain. I wouldn't change a thing. That's it. That's all you have to say.
Yeah,
That's where you're putting words where words don't belong. Hurry, get that out of here.
that's all I'm saying. Because otherwise, I like this song.
Me too.
It's a great, if the other song was a great closer, this one's a great closer.
It reminds me of
They
a,
both are.
I think they sort of,
I love this song.
do they try to always end? No, White Flag is not. I'm trying to. There's a song they end the album Shudder with. This kind of reminds me of because, no, is it Shudder? Why don't I shut up?
Shut the box. Your mouth.
Is it? It's not a happy song though, right? He's tricking us.
No, of course. He's
I'm
actually
so happy I could die. It means I'm not happy.
Yeah.
What song am I thinking of? Let me try this.
Okay.
No, I don't know anything about this band. Is it Cult? Maybe it was Cult. God dang. I think they wrote a song that they took off all their albums. Because I actually don't know what I'm talking about anymore. It just reminded me of another song they have, and now I literally don't know where it is.
Well,
So what do you think about this?
can you? Oh, well, you're busy now.
Can I what? I can multitask.
No, I was gonna have you play the beginning of that song that we just listened to for a second.
Oh, it is the last song on the album. Okay.
What?
I'm S-I-C-K of my meaningless life, where C-H-A-N-C-S passed me by. That's R-E-L-I-T-Y.
They like to have a little
acoustic
acoustic
Kind of a
thing at
slow
the end of the
build.
song, at the end of the album that's like, hey, we're not happy.
Yeah.
Just to remind you. A little flair.
Bing, bong, bang,
This
bang.
reminds Landon of getting off the pirate ship. They're in a nice coastal
It
city.
really does. Yeah.
What's crazy to me is just like, I just don't think about pirates as much as you. Like to the point where you're actively trying to like, this reminds me of a pirate. Like I just don't, they don't even, you're sort of you're Don Draper on the elevator and you're a pirate on the elevator and I'm Don Draper and I'm saying, I don't even think about you. Well, you can cut all that. So you want me to play this song again?
I'm so happy I could die.
Just listen to the guitar part. Start it over and listen to the guitar part.
Here, let me do this.
I'm so happy.
Okay. Now I might cut this because it just hit me. It kind of sounds like this.
Life before the lobotomy. Christians sang the eulogy. Yeah, it's all the same shit. All these people are doing the same thing. They've
It's just-
tricked us into buying the same albums over and over again.
No, I just
They want you to go to college to turn you liberal, to turn you away from your parents. It is the same. It is. There's
It's
a
just
lot of
a-
Green Day influence on here. and I like it.
Don't be mad.
I'm not.
I love it. It just, I didn't hear it before, but just when we were listening to it now, I said, hey, that reminds me of I'm running late just that guitar part. More than any.
I wondered why your
song.
eyes were rolling into the back of your head.
My
when
little
that
eyes.
song
I
started.
went into my Rolodex of Green Day songs.
What song is that? Running late to somewhere.
Somewhere Now from Revolution Radio.
Revolution Radio. That's why I didn't have the name of the song on the tip
The
of my tongue.
opener and
Yes.
the closer. It kind of goes back into it at the end of the album. Kind of a great album.
They love doing that.
Yeah. And it works.
Yeah, we'll have to talk about that album sometime.
Someday.
On a bonus, maybe on the Patreon. If you guys love us enough, if you give us a like, if you're still listening.
Somewhere now.
Yep, that's the one. That's the one.
And I wanna sing about the man.
Oh,
On the maiden bottom, maiden bottom, bottom day. So, what do you think of Bayside's album?
this is a straight ripper, almost from front to back for me.
I agree.
I'm just looking at Killing Time again, just to refresh what I said was a 7.5.
That's the thing. It's like, is this better than Killing Time?
I'm saying yeah.
Really?
Even when I brought you Killing Time, it was sort of I like it, and I don't know if it's one that a lot of their fans would say this is my favorite. Sometimes I'm trying to pick where's a good in where it's maybe doing something you might like, but also I like and hitting on a few different things they do.
Yeah.
And so that's why I picked that one, because I go, I like this. It's somewhere in the middle of all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's not one thing to me. I think this is better than that. I think their last few albums have been better than a lot of the stuff that their middle albums. And that's why it's surprising. Like, Interrobang I thought was awesome. Thought it was really great. I was like, dang, how'd they pull this ripper out of their arse? And then turns out they got two rippers up their arse, right?
Yeah, another one.
Ridley Scott's coming back, and he's like, guess what? You got another ripper up your arse. And they're like, I don't think you saw the first Alien, sir. It's like, yeah, the arse ripper.
Yeah. Sir, that's not how it went.
I would give this. You know what else I like about this band? That they do those acoustic albums. If you put out an
Yeah, it's
acoustic
cool.
album, I'm going to listen to it.
Can I ask you one other thing?
Yeah.
Do you think, have you seen them live
Oh, yeah. I've seen them
recently?
recently.
Like post Interrobang?
No, because I haven't seen them since the old
Before Interrobang.
Yeah. I guess that's a good quick way to put it.
Before what? The pandemic?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't know if they're playing the new stuff per se, because it strikes me as a band who's going to play most of the old stuff, and it's kind of upsetting.
I
because
think you'd be surprised just
Really?
because when they tour the new album, they make sure to get that in there, because there are bands like you're saying that they have the new album but they barely play.
Yeah, because they're like, well, we have to play all of the. I guess they didn't have like huge hits,
Right.
Where they're like, well, we're beholden to the 10 songs that made us famous.
I think they always mostly are ending on like Devotion and Desire.
Sure.
Sort of their big one.
Yeah.
That's how I found out about them.
Yeah.
That's sort of that one for them. But outside of that, there's like maybe Duality or something that was like off Walking Wounded.
Yeah.
That was kind of their big, maybe like most notable moment when, I don't know, TV was still showing music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
But they will bring in some stuff and they'll bring in some surprises. But you do now at this point, there are the hits where they're 9 albums in. So
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know what they do with these. I would hope they do, and I would hope they're proud of them. I think that's the other thing. Sometimes you see a band and it's like, I don't think they really like
Yeah.
the album they just put out.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're putting albums out so they can tour,
Mm-hmm.
and they're mostly focusing on the old stuff. But I would have seen them right after Vacancy came out, and they did play, I'd say a good couple of those at least.
Yeah.
It was fairly so. I would like
All
to
right.
see them with all this new stuff. That's awesome.
That's the thing. That's why it's sometimes it's kind of like, do I even want to go see this? Because I know especially a band you've seen before.
Right.
Like, well, I know half of their set list already because
Yeah.
they have to play these ones that I already saw, and I want to just hear the new album. That would be like the ideal.
When it's so good that it's like,
Yeah, well, you're like,
yeah, I've seen them probably at least 6 times. So it's like, I've seen the songs they're going to play every time. And
yeah,
I'm not happy with that.
yeah,
But
of course. Because then you're there and you're like, yeah, this is great.
yeah, you're like, and then some of those bring me back to, yeah, this is the song that I fell in love with them, and everyone here loves that.
Yeah.
So you've got that one. But then there's bands that are weirdly like, when I saw Blink-182 and they played all the small things, and you're kind of like, that's not the one I like for me. You know, and everyone there is like, yeah, because that's the one they know.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, I could care less maybe if they played this one. Like if they didn't, it would be weird. But I don't.
Yeah.
I would rather maybe see some other stuff if they're only going to play this long or whatever.
Right.
So there's weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think, God, I haven't seen them for a while. I got to get back out there.
Yeah. Well, Bayside will be seeing you out on the road, I'm sure. You'll tour this album.
They
I'm
are.
sure.
I know my brother's got tickets, and I'll check in with him.
What's he think of this album? Have you talked to him?
No, not yet. We're not on good terms right now.
Oh.
I know he likes he's listened to the EPs and stuff, but this just came out last week?
Yeah.
And we've been so busy. We've been
I know.
on these film sets and at these film festivals, and it's just the grind, right?
It's the grind.
I'm sure he likes it.
Yeah. Well, because I think it is so, I mean, you disagree for some reason, but it does feel so of a piece with everything else they've done.
Maybe I just don't want to say
In a
it
good
all
way.
sounds the same in
Yeah.
a way that I go, well, no.
Yeah.
But it's them, and I like them.
Yeah.
And I like the direction that they've gone lyrically, I'd say. Even when he's trying some weird stuff, like you said, I'd rather have it be that where it's straight up weird of like a test of your life than some stuff where it's just like, that's just not good writing. At least these are catchy, and I just don't know where all this energy comes from. 20 years in, you're just like, there are bands that are like, well, why not? Why aren't we just like doing this? And
I'm tired.
yeah, I'm tired, and you're 15 years older than me. So I give this, I'm going to give it an 8. That's half a star more than we gave the last one. I can't go too high just because, I don't know, I get in trouble. And I can't go much higher because then I'm getting into 9s.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do that just because I might get scared, and it's so early in
Someone
this
will
album.
be mad.
But I can see this like when Interrobang comes on now. It does just feel like a classic Bayside album. And I think that's maybe where this one's headed.
That's great. Good for you guys.
What did you give it? An 8?
I haven't yet.
Oh, okay. Well, you said good for you guys. It's just weird.
Well, just
Okay, continue.
here's the thing. I think I have to retroactively bump Killing Time down to 7.
Oh, we can do that?
No.
Okay. Because
I want to give this 7.5, but I do like it more than Killing Time.
yeah.
But
If we can do that, that's kind of what I was like, well, is that too high? Because 7's still good.
7's still good, and 7.5 feels perfect for this. Also because
Oh my God.
after listening to it for, I don't know, 3 days, it's not enough time to really know.
Yeah, I'm just worried about my notebook. I'm going to have to scratch things out.
Yeah, you're going to have to scribble it out maybe.
I think we're both going to do that, though, because I'm also doing what you're going to do. I'm
You
taking it
can't.
back. What?
Only I can.
Yes, if you didn't bring the album, you can retroactively.
Yes. No.
I'm also taking Killing Time to a 7, still good. Putting this at a 7.5
Okay.
because 8 is pretty high to say. It came out a week ago,
That's the thing.
and maybe retroactively I'll bump it up to an 8. What are you going to do about it?
It could be. I think right now a 7.5 is perfect for this album, though.
Yeah, and I think that's safe. I don't think people will be assholes to us, people on the internet.
I don't care. Come at us, bro.
Okay. That's I don't want that.
No, guys, let us know what you think of this new Bayside album, and let us know what you think of us retroactively bumping down killing time so we can fit this one in.
Yeah, and also let us know what your favorite Bayside album is.
Yeah.
We're talking about what is the best one. Well, you would know best because you're the listeners. And if we pick your comment, I don't know. We'll figure something. We might send you something.
Something will happen.
I don't want to say we'll send you something because
won't.
we probably won't.
No.
And we can't really say your name on air because these are so out of order.
Yeah,
how
we won't
this
record
stuff.
it for like 6 more months.
Never mind. We'll see you next week on the next album, which will actually be the follow-up to the last episode's album. We'll be back on schedule.
Yes.
So we now return to your regularly scheduled podcast. Bye.
We'll see you guys.
And we'll be around.
Bye.
Each week we listen to an album, here's our mind. Just know it's gonna take about 3 hours of your time to hear us complain or praise each other's taste. But no matter what, at the end of the day, we're just best friends who love different